Welcome to the first video demonstration of a series about interoperability between GeoModeller software and Feflow software. The first approach is a legacy approach, been available for at least 3 years, and the method is to fill a Feflow centroids approach into a layered mesh that's already existing. The files you'll need for this will be a tutorial a.fem file and a project A file, which is a GeoModeller project contained within a folder. These can be obtained from Intrepid Geophysics on request. The steps have been recorded in a written style, 19 steps. You can return to this screen at any time, but I will proceed to give the demonstration. The first step is to load the FEM file in Feflow. This one is already loaded, but the step to do is File, Open, and drive to the tutorial A FEM file. The next step to do is to select User Data, right-click, Add Elemental Distribution, and immediately we can call it the name Geology, and click outside, and then back on again to Geology, right-click, Export Data, All Elements as Centers. You need to give it a name. Export centroids. .dat will be the extension. And save. It will ask you, did you want to add this map to the current Feflow document? The answer is no, because we need to first pass it through GeoModeller to bring in the geology identifications. Just minimize Feflow for now, and the next thing to do is bring up GeoModeller and open the project A. We have a project in which the 3D render has already been produced. If it hasn't been produced, or if you'd like to do it at another resolution, you can proceed by the normal steps, which is to compute the model with select all, select all, select all, OK. And the next step is to render the model, which is called Visualize 3D Formations and Faults. This isn't the normal marching cube method. It's not the seagull mesh, which is available under the research menu. There's two choices to mesh. One is by triangulations, and the seagull meshing is by tetrahedrons. Today we're just using the triangulations. And they're already available, so I didn't have to do anything in this case, except the job to do is export 3D model, fill Feflow centroids. What we need to do is browse to the file that we created, and it's called .dat. The job to do here is it's going to write out two more text files. Export centroids underscore field.txt and export centroids underscore legend.txt. Just say OK. You can minimize GeoModeller now and return to Feflow. There is one more job, however, because with the files that were created, it's necessary to change them. Instead of .text, you need the export centroids underscore field, but we're going to change it to a .dat. And now the job back in Feflow is the first thing to do is just be sure there's no maps here. So I'm going to right click in the maps area under Super Mesh and say remove all maps in case there are any here. And then right click because I want to add a map. And the one I want to add is the fill. It's export centroids underscore fill.dat. I can open it, and now I just have to expand twice until I get to the default file. Right click, edit properties. The job to do here is map coordinates. So X coordinate becomes center X, Y coordinate becomes center Y, Z coordinate becomes center Z. And say OK. The progress bar is still occurring down here, so we wait. When it's finished, over in the maps area you can say, selecting the filled table, right click and link to parameters. What we need to do here is link geology in the column that was exported to the new parameter of the user data, geology, selecting them both, and then clicking down lower left is called add link, and you'll see they'll be linked. Also, while we're in this table, there are property parameters to set. Under the element layer selection, choose field containing the element number, and the element should be shown underneath. Also, you need to make a default link selection and change it to export centroids filled.dat. No sorting is required. And say OK. Now over in the maps area, select default and right click, and then we need to edit the properties. We already have the map properties view open, otherwise we would be able to go view panels, map properties. And if I just should expand this down, the job to do is collect the classification. So change it to by attribute, go to geology, and select a color map. I'm going to select a palette called Minerals and classify. This brings in our stratigraphic table from our original GeoModeller file. So I'll show you that just to check against it. Here is the stratigraphic pile visualized, and if you put current model selection, you'll see there's a number because GeoModeller puts out a number. 1 is the basement, and up to 6 being the youngest geology unit in the pile. So this is exactly what we've matched coming across. The basement wasn't needed, I understand, being the deepest in the model. It's naturally filled up from below. And just need to say OK. When they come into the table above, we're going to choose, for the first one, Draw 3D Data and turn it on. I'm also going to choose to select a different marker style, marker square, and I'm going to do that each one in turn. And then you need to apply changes up in the top right hand corner when you make changes to the property. We'll just bring up our mesh now. To be sure we see it. And all you need to do is double click on default, and you can see that the descriptive geology inside the model is now entered. And that's it. That's the finite element mesh ready in Feflow. Thank you for your attention. If you did want to have any questions relating to this video, I will now direct you to our website, intrepidgeophysics.com. You can go to our company, contact us. We'll be very happy to answer your questions and provide those example files. Thank you for listening.